let's just jump right into this because the Fried Egg has tweeted out that they've heard from multiple people in South Florida that Tiger Woods has been out walking medalists multiple times this week, and Joey LaCava.
We need a buffer here. Wait, I can't just jump right into this.
We have to. We must jump right into it. Joey LaCava also in town. You are our resident medalist expert. Does this sound like anything Tiger Woods would be doing?
Yes. Now, I don't have the same connections that I used to have. Like I don't. My era has really left. But when I was there, Tiger was battling injuries and he made a comeback. There was one. I was there for 3 years, and there was one point in time where he walked the golf course, and he did it every day for like a week straight. And Joey was there caddying, and it was right before his comeback. He was prepping for the walk, and they would walk 18 holes. They did it for about a week straight. And Joey was carrying the bag for him. And every other round he played in the 3 years I was there, he was in a cart, never walking. So if this is true and he does have Joey down there and they are walking, this is for a comeback. I'll put it to you this way: it's not for the RBC Heritage. They're not prepping for that. This is for the Masters. He's going to play. If this is true, he's going to play. I can't believe it. I cannot believe.
Remember when he was moving his boat up the Atlantic to play the RBC Heritage, and then he didn't.
He just tricked you. He got you.
I just tell me. Just somebody tell me. I don't want to do like 10 more days of, his jet numbers were spotted in the by the grounds crew, or the what do you call it, the flight
maintenance
crew?
Oh yeah,
At Augusta, at the private Augusta airport. I don't want any of that. Just get that away from me. I just want to know if he's playing.
We're gonna have to find out soon, right? I mean, I guess he could. Literally wait until Thursday morning, right? Like if he shows up, he's obviously going to be.
He won't do that.
That's what I'm saying. Well, he will announce it. Although I guess he
this tournament's different than any other and just because of the way it's formatted. It's not like there's an alternate list,
right?
Right. If he drops out, he just doesn't play, and the field's just one less. So there's not really that obligation where, like, I kind of feel, part of me feels like with Paul Casey this week, well, you took somebody's spot. All right, somebody else could have gotten in there and played. And I know he has the right to try, and he did try. He played 2 holes against Corey Connors, but there's something that doesn't seem right about it. You could at least make the argument where in this event, that doesn't exist. You try if you want, or you withdraw if you want. There's no alternate list. So, I mean, this is going to happen until he hits his first tee shot on Thursday. We're not going to know, because I honestly, I don't think he knows. He's trying to be ready. He's making a push for it if these reports are true. But the only thing we have is he hasn't withdrawn yet. So every day that goes, he hasn't withdrawn. He hasn't withdrawn. He
doesn't technically have to commit, Kyle. He can just not show up for his tee time on Thursday morning or whatever, but he doesn't have to commit. He's in the field until he tells us otherwise. So it's not like this Friday deadline before a lot of PGA tournaments.
Exactly.
It's not that situation. He's in. He just has to tell us if he's out.
But I think what's interesting is, well, I can't believe we're doing this again. I feel like we do this every freaking year. Like, what's going on with Tiger? Like, he's going to be there, right, for the Champions Dinner. Like, he's at a place where he's capable of, like, traveling and going. Like, he's not going to not be there for that. I think we'll know early in the week if he's playing or not. Like, I don't think it's going to be. Remember when I think it was 2017 when DJ fell down the stairs or whatever happened.
Yeah.
And it was like literally Thursday morning. He went to the first tee, or he went to the range.
He was on the
practice area.
Yeah.
And then he withdrew. It's not going to be that, right?
So let me just prepare everyone, because this is what's going to happen. Okay. So Greg, let's game this out. Greg, I agree with you. If what we're hearing is true, he's walking medalist every day, so and so. He's obviously going to play a practice round at Augusta before he makes any decision, right? I mean, that's the next logical
Good point.
step. So we are going to eventually hear Tiger played 9 holes or Tiger played a practice round at Augusta National today. And I'm just warning everybody right now, because we're going to be at a fever pitch when that news comes out. And that seems like very likely news that we get, whether he plays or not.
And you're going to see him at the practice area.
Yeah.
You're going to see it, and I really, this feels real. Like the push is real. The thing is, we're waiting to see if there's a setback, or if he just at the last second says, it's not ready. I can't make it.
I mean, what's the last OWGR event that he played?
Was it the?
It was the 2020 Masters.
I was going to say it was the Masters in 2020. Yeah, which was the November version.
That's a long time.
Greg, okay, so Kyle has this page up in front of him. Greg, you want to guess what Tiger Woods' OWGR is right now?
Oh, I didn't even look. I'll say 820.
What do you
Wow.
think?
I was going to say now I feel like I'm going to be embarrassed. I was going to say 163.
No.
Don't say that.
No, way down. Okay.
He only has like 8 events that are even counting at the moment.
Yeah, I guess that's a good point. You forget. I mean, you're talking about 2 years, nearly 2 years. So what? 900?
917.
Oh.
917. Yeah, so both your.
That's an unfair. That's
I led you
unfair.
to.
You led me. Yeah, I was miles off on that one.
Gosh, I still don't think he's going to play. I mean, it's so. It sounds ridiculous, but when he was talking to Jim Nantz at Riviera, he was talking about just needing to walk. And Augusta is not the place where you want to like figure out how to walk again, right? And not figure out how to walk again. Like,
but if there was a place that you'd be willing to try to figure out how to walk again, it would be Augusta National. That's the flip side of this, right? Like the logical side says, oh, that's a hard walk. If he's already struggling going up and down hills, this is the worst place. But it's like, I wouldn't try to pull off the unachievable for anywhere else but right here.
Okay, so this has been my question, and I think you're bringing up my question right now, which is, as badly as we all want Tiger to play, even though it creates a lot more work for everybody, do you think Tiger is like desperate to play Augusta?
Yeah.
I think so. Yes. I mean, Kyle, think about what he talked about, how it was the little things that he really missed, the contact on a spinning wedge shot, or the sound of a bunker shot, the feel of a well-struck iron shot. I mean, these are all the things that us mortals dream about, right? Like our normal people think about when we start getting the itch to play. The same things that he's thinking about, although the feels themselves might be a little bit different. We're thinking of the same things. And
yeah,
he's got to be just dying to compete.
When they rolled him outside to lay on the grass, and he was laying there thinking about one thing, he was thinking about this.
No, I disagree. I think that he was thinking about, like, it almost feels like he was thinking about those little things, about laying on the grass, about the birds chirping. I mean, the things that he said at the Hero World Challenge. And it almost felt like in that moment, and this is what I don't know if it's still true, that Augusta had kind of like passed him by in his mind. Like, he knew that he had already climbed, like, he's not going to win Augusta again. He knew that he had already climbed that mountain for the last time. He basically said as much. And so I just don't know that he's as desperate to play the Masters as everybody else is for him to play the Masters, or as everybody else thinks he is to play the Masters. Maybe he is. I don't know. And I'm really curious about that, because I don't know that I think 31-year-old him would have been desperate, but I don't know that 46 or whatever he is, 45-year-old him is as desperate as everybody thinks.
I just think this is the human, the nature of Tiger Woods. The nature of the beast here is a guy that's always desperate for competition, even when we think he has no reason to be, right? We think, okay, well, Tiger doesn't need to play ever again. He doesn't need to do anything, but Tiger does need to. He, in a way, he is. And I think that's why he played in the PNC Father-Son. That's why he was hitting balls on the range, because there's a Charlie aspect to it. But I think he's a golf addict like the rest of us. And when it's taken away from you, you realize it's not necessarily about all that you've accomplished, and it's not necessarily just about the trophy case or the record books, but the love of the game.
But that
maybe that's just me being a dreamer.
That would be a turn from like everything else he's ever done in his career, right? It would be, hey, I'm showing up because I want to like be at the event, not because I like. What does he always say? First question every tournament.
I'm here to win.
Yeah, and so that would be a shift, right? And I'm not.
Yeah,
I think you might be right. I think that we either are seeing or have seen or will see that shift from him of like, hey, I just want to be here. And maybe he still says, I think I can win, but you can't win the Masters after 18 months of not playing, you know.
It's a risky soundbite to put out there, Kyle.
No, it's not.
I'm teasing.
He was like, I had to build up. I had to lead at Carnoustie. I had to win the Tour Championship until I could win the Masters. There's no chance of that. But I do think that would be an interesting like inflection point in his career where it's like, hey, I'm here because I'm a past champion, because I just want to be here and I want to play with JT and I want to play practice rounds and whatever, and not necessarily because I think I can win the golf tournament.
It would almost be more in line with like, I've accomplished all I'm going to accomplish at the Masters. I just want to be here and participate. It would almost be more in line with that. So it is fascinating. If you do think Tiger Woods can win this, Caesar Sportsbook is hanging a 60-1 on him, which is, let's see, shorter than the guy who just finished third at the match play, Corey Connors, shorter than Bubba Watson, Abe Ancer, Webb Simpson, Sergio Garcia, Mark Leishman, to name a few.